Oh, this is so annoying. This is my second video because my last one didn't have sound in it. So this is Patrick Devine for Ed Cawthorn's Data Structures class. And this week we have a couple little programs working with stacks and queues and reverse Polish notation. So this first program here, we're going to use a stack, which is a type of data structure that you can use to really get a really firm grasp on your program, and it gives you a lot of control. It gives you a lot of control over the flow of your data and how you want to execute it, how you want to go through it. So we have a list right here with some data, and we called it my stack. We set the stack size equal to 3, and we created a function that's going to go through a for loop, and it's going to go through the stack, and it's going to check the length of the stack, and it's going to compare that to the stack size. Based on the size of the stack, it's going to tell you whether the stack is full or not, and then it's going to do something called push, which the difference between a stack and a queue is that a stack is only open on one end as far as data coming out. So data comes in through the back and is pushed out. And right here we have we're pushing in a sequence here, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to push the fourth element out. And we're using something called pop in Python, which returns and removes the last element. So when we run this, it's going to tell us that our stack is full. It's going to tell us the elements that are in our stack, and now it's going to push. It pushed off the 55. It pushed off the element based on the index we told it to push. Now it pushed out the rest of the elements we told it to push. So yeah, a stack really helps you have some flow control. Our next little program is working with RPN, which was a really interesting concept to me. I've never heard of it, and I think it's pretty crazy that somebody came up with another way to do math, basically. So apparently this is more efficient in a lot of ways. It saves significant amounts of time when having to type in calculations in a calculator. And how it does this, by separating the integers and the operators, you're able to remove parentheses and essentially just do math in a different way. And I think one of the articles said that they're not really sure why this works every time, but anyway, let's run this. So we created a function, and it's going to take our arguments, and it's going to essentially move around the integers and the operators to where we want them in order for this to work. So we've input 3 different expressions down here for our program to evaluate. When we run it, boom, look at that. It did those 3 problems for us, and it did them correctly. You can check yourself. So that's it for this week, and I'm gonna cut this short.